All right, here with boxing legend Jeff Fenech. Jeff, it's a good opportunity for Brock to get back in there this week. Your thoughts on this fight?
Yeah, definitely so. There's a lot of questions about how's he going to handle the weight. Well, like I said, everything's in preparation. In preparing for this fight, he's fought middleweights, he's sparred light middleweights, he's sparred super middleweights, and he's had no problem. So that's all great. And now it's just he steps in the ring and hopefully with the right mentality, because like I said, the preparation's done. They say your fitness and stuff is this, but the mental preparation is 80%, and hopefully he's mentally ready. I believe he's mentally ready. I've been a part of the camp for a little while now, and I think he'll go out and do the job.
Coming back into the camp, how did that all play out? Why did you guys separate in the first place?
Well, obviously we had a couple things that I didn't agree with and he wanted to do, and this was one of them, was fighting middleweight. I'm sure that after this fight he'll go down a weight and we can go down another weight after that if he does things properly, and that's what I'd like to happen. But he came and asked me would I help him, and I've been with the kid since 16. I love the boy. I love everything that he's done and everything that I've been a part of. I know we had a fallout and people kind of think it was dirty, and it was a little dirty, but if you can't wipe somebody's mistake off and forgive them, you're not a really good human. I forgive, and I'm ready to try to accomplish the dream that we had when he was 16 years old.
You sort of worry about how he might go at that weight, copping a punch at middleweight?
Yeah, definitely so. I'm worried about everything. I'm worried about when he crosses the road today. Like I said, I love the kid. But I'm in the corner. I'll be looking after him. So I have a plan and he has a plan, and our plan is very, very similar. So as long as he can stick to it and listen to me, which the craziest thing was yesterday, he said, Jeff, please, yell out what we've been talking about. So, because he's a very good listener, he'll hear my voice, and I'm 100% confident that I'll have no problem in this fight. And I'd be willing, if you want to go and ask Rodriguez, he was telling about he fights for the money, he's getting a purse. If he wants to bet it, I'll triple his purse. I'll double the purse that he's getting if he beats Brock, if he bets his purse.
Been some comments the last couple of weeks from Hass Hamden, you also trained. What do you make of all that? You're sort of stuck in the middle there.
Yeah, it's been a terrible time for me because I love Hass. And Hass is very similar to me as Brock. Hass thinks he played second fiddle, but what he doesn't realise, he was second in the gym. Brock was the first guy trained, and he was the important guy because he was at the top of the tree and we're trying to get into a certain place. But I never neglected Hass, and Hass is in exactly the same position as Brock is. I said the exact thing to Hass. If I'm at home and you want me to train you, I'm there for you 1,000,000%. If you want me to be in your corner and I'm around, I'm there 1,000,000%. So, look, what Hass has said is a bit upsetting, and what he doesn't realise is if Brock fought Hass in Melbourne, they might get 20 people there. If he fought him in Perth, they might get 25. If they fought him in Melbourne, they might get 55. So they've got to fight New South Wales, and Hass is banned at the moment. And at the worst case, or the best case scenario, I wouldn't be helping any of them. That would be a nightmare for me, seeing the two kids who I love and were part of my team. I would hate it. Like I said, I just come back from overseas helping Hass. Doing everything I could to getting ready for this. His last fight, which he won in the first round, and he looked awesome. His body punch would have dropped anybody. But like I said, when it comes to Brock and Hass, there's no first and second. I love them both, and Hass is one of the most loyal humans you'll ever meet. If you're in a fight and you're walking down the street and 50 guys come here, you're with somebody, that person might run, but Hass would never run. He'd be there fighting to the death with you. So I love Hass. I love his dad. His dad was part of my team for years and years as well. So, yeah. Hass has put me in a really awkward position, and I can honestly say there's been a couple of nights I haven't even been able to sleep because I'm thinking, have I hurt Hass's feelings? Did I do the wrong thing? But people got to realise I'm 60 and I can make my own decisions. I don't need to ask anybody if I want to do something. Maybe I went about it the wrong way. Hass ended up seeing it in the media or in the paper, but prior to Hass going to Bangkok, I said exactly the same thing I said to both of them. If I'm at home, my door's open to both of you.
Brock's name has been thrown about with Nikita Tszyu potentially next year. How would you see a fight going there between Nikita and Brock?
Oh, wow, it's a tough fight for Brock. And Nikita, I have all the respect in the world for Nikita and his brother, but I do recall a couple of months ago Nikita saying, Brock's been knocked out, so-and-so, so-and-so. Guess what, Nikita? Your brother got knocked out too. Anybody can get knocked out. It's how you get back up and how you fight. Brock hasn't had the opportunity yet, but he's going to do that. And Tszyu, I have no doubt in the world that he will come back and become world champion again. I think Tszyu is one of the great fighters in our country at the moment. I still think he's a great fighter just because he lost. The first fight he shouldn't have lost because the fight should have been stopped and he would have been world champion with the cut head. And then who knows? He may have won the fight after, but he went through a lot of trauma in that first fight. But in his second fight, I just think that he had a lot of distractions and he wasn't prepared properly, and he got knocked out. But like I said, it's not how you get knocked out; it's how you come back. It's how you get up and go to fight again. And Brock's going to show them on, Friday night that he's been knocked down, but he's going to get back up and he's going to knock somebody else out. 4 divisions heavier than him.
Just on Tim, if you were in his team now, what's the most appropriate path for him moving forward? What fights would you put him in now?
I have all the confidence. Well, I would take Tim to America and let him fight anybody. Tim can beat anybody. And I'm going to just say it straight. I mean, Tim's going to have a lot of problems in his next few fights for one reason. Because he's kept the same clowns that didn't help him in the first fight. It's all right to say you're tough and I spoke to Tim. I want to show him. You don't have to show your toughness. That's my job. You've already showed your toughness. Stepping up those 4 steps to get in the ring means you're one of the toughest humans in the world, because that's the toughest sport in the world. I just know that they didn't even know the rules. They didn't know that if you stop it after the 4th round, Tim was going to be world champion again. And instead of getting what he got for that last fight, he gets triple that or double or quadruple that because he was world champion. But like I said, I love Tim because he's loyal, but loyalty only gets you so far, mate. You need to have the right people in your corner.
Big fight on the weekend, Liam Paro. Disappointing loss to Hitchins. Your thoughts on that fight?
Yeah, I think it was really, really sad. He just sticked at the same pace and the same plan for the whole fight. You need to have a B plan and a C plan. The B plan would have been to make that long jab from Hitchins miss with a long right hand step, get on the inside where he can't punch you anymore and do something. He didn't do it once. I heard Alfie tell him to put pressure on, which was the right thing to say. And it wasn't his greatest performance, but the greater thing that happened that day, one of the judges gave it to him 117, 111. If that guy's ever allowed the referee or judge again, we shouldn't have a sport of boxing anymore, because if they're the guys who are running the sport is what I've always thought it's been, run by idiots.
Jai Opetaia's got a homecoming fight next month. Your thoughts on Jai Opetaia's career and this fight coming up?
I watched Jai spar once when he was a young boy. I said there and then, he's going to be one of the greatest fighters Australia's ever produced. I wasn't wrong. I managed him for a while, and just a few little things happened where we disengaged the management for a few reasons, but nothing with Jai. Jai's a beautiful guy, but we regret it today. Look what's happening, but I don't do this for money or fame or fortune. I do it because I love it, and at that stage I didn't love what was happening. So but wow, I wish Jai all the best, and he will go on to be one of Australia's greatest ever fighters. If not, he could be the greatest.